Hey guys, I've been making these videos since yesterday, and I'm gonna make this one. This is the next day. This one isn't really the same video, but it kind of is. I want to talk about a system I technically don't have. I used to have a long time ago. It was one of my first game consoles, if I have ever told you. The DSi and the DSi XL. I actually don't own one. And when I had one, I barely ever owned any games that was actually DSi exclusive. Because there's barely any of them made. So, you might hear my cats bullying each other. But, wish I would have brought the game systems. But, I guess I'll grab them real quick. I'll grab these. But, I want to talk about the DSi, even though I technically don't own it. But I used to own it. I want to talk about, is it worth it from a standpoint of the games that you play on it? Because to me, I want to buy one if I can find it for a good price, because it was my first game console. But technically, I don't need it, because all these consoles, like the 3DS and the DS Lite, they both have one thing in common. They can play other games besides just DS games. You can, of course, on the DSi, you can play DS games and DSi games, but you know how hard it is to find a DSi game? I think there's like 13 of them made. So, and all of them were in crap shovelware. Like this game, for example, System Flaws, the only game I own, and I only bought it because I didn't even know they made DSi exclusive games that uses the only thing that sucks about this game, they basically give you the same game for free on the 3DS. So, yeah, it's like $1 game. It's the cheapest game made-wise that you can ever find. I think it's like $1 to buy, and it's not that fun. It's the worst game you can possibly get. But for me, personally, I think that it's worth it. It's just because I have a lot of memories for it. But if you don't, like a lot of other people, because most people, they don't like the DSi, because like looking back at it in retrospective, a lot of the other consoles have better qualities. Like the DS Lite, you can play Game Boy Advance games on it. It's the best way to play Game Boy Advance games on it. Even though the touchscreens don't hold up super well, I do think that the touchscreens on the DSi are a little bit better than any other console besides the 3DS. But it's a little bit better than anything before it, so it is a little bit of an upgrade. But it had a lot of useless tech in it that you really didn't need. It had a camera in it. I used it as a kid, but I would never use it now because I have a cell phone. It had a cool way to upload to It had a cool way to upload your photos to Facebook. Really, not much to say about it. As I said, this is gonna be a really short video. I want one. I want a baby blue one, and I want a maroon XL one. But if you just buy one just to play some DS games, it's not that good of an option. This console, the DS Lite, is $30 to $40, but you can play Game Boy Advance games, like I said. And this 3DS is a little bit expensive, but there's other options in the 3DS line. I have the nicest one just because this is my main thing, and but the one that I'm kind of tempted to get because it's really cheap. You can go to Walmart, at least where I've seen it, and you can get a 2DS, a regular 2DS, the one that doesn't shut, but still I think it's a pretty good console. You can get that for $70 with a Mario game that sells for $30 on its own. I said $70, right? Yeah, so that's $40 for the console technically, since the game is kind of expensive. Of course, it's a download, but, Point is, looking back at it in retrospective, I don't think the DSi is worth it today. At least if you don't have any memories with it, just looking back at it. Really, that's the biggest reason I don't want to buy one, because it is a lot of money. It's $50 used, and I have ways to play all these games, so it's not that much of an upgrade. The only games I can play is DSi and DS games, but my favorite way to play this is my 3DS, because it gives you a little tracker to tell you how much time you spent in the game. I think that's a really cool idea, a really cool thing that they did. But, as I said, I don't want to drag this video out too long. I'm going to make some other videos. I just wanted to give my opinion on it. This probably is going to be like a should you collect for console. It does have some cool things for it. It is a weird Nintendo oddity that they only made, because technically the DSi was its own system. it was supposed to be, clearly, because it had its own game. But I think it's just kind of interesting because, you know, there's only a little bit of games for it. So if you're just a collector and you don't like to play a game, I think it's an interesting thing to collect for, because every time I see them, well, the rare time I see one that's usually a system flaw, is like 99 cents. So I'd pick it up just to see how it is and test it out and just see what the DSi exclusive games were. But I wouldn't waste your money on a system. I'd rather just get a 3DS. But thank you guys for watching. Please like my videos, and I'm gonna be making another one later. This was just a short one. But thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.